In an age long past, Saturday morning was a time of wonder. Legends were forged and 1,000 adventures across countless television sets. In time, that cartoon magic faded, and our champions were forgotten. Until now. Journey with our heroes into the past as we rekindle the wonder of those weekend cartoons. Saturday morning lives again here on Saturday Morning Roleplay!
Hey everyone, and welcome to Saturday Morning Roleplay. On each episode of this podcast, we pay homage to the beloved and forgotten cartoons of our youth by playing a tabletop RPG based on those classic stories. I'm your game master, MC Williams, but you can call me Mickey. And with me at the table are...
Katie, it's always gonna be you first. Oh. We're always gonna let you go first, Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie Bolaños, and I am playing Victoria Thursday. She uses the expert character sheet, and apparently she is the only one with any kind of competency around here.
My name is S. Hollis Sadler. I also go by D-Resumatic. I am playing Alan Kazaam off the mundane character sheet, and I can assure you, Victoria is the only competent one around here.
And I am David Nair. I am playing Sam Salabim, who is a very, very honest con man.
And when he tells you that he's competent, he's so not lying, right?
I am very competent when it comes to not telling the truth.
I think it's very important to note that both Sam and Alan are definitely not dealing with feelings of rejection that they'll be talking with therapists about. Also, the attempted murders because of mysteries against their lives.
Last time on Saturday Morning Roleplay.
He's looking for, bits of costume that got stuck in concrete, paint that has chipped off or smeared off, stuff like that.
There is a scale caught inside a little crack in the post where it looks like something brushed by it.
Alan will take out his trusty, Swiss Army pocket knife, although that might be trademark, so he takes out his Swedish Navy pocket knife. He knows when things are serious that you have to get a serious person involved, so he takes the scale directly over to Victoria.
I'm gonna have to put glass in his cookies just to make sure he doesn't get too big of an ego over this.
Sam is just watching Alan lie terribly and succeed over and over again.
Alan is in the corner with a fireman, like, all right, now, let's have some business, let's have some composure, let's get back to serious business, doing serious stuff. Is that a slushie? What flavor is that? Grape? I'm going to take that. That's evidence.
I'm thinking, who is it that might be most inclined to disrupt specifically the scene in which a man is set on fire for longer than it is safe to set a man on fire?
You know how I investigate cryptids and everything? I'm a huge expert, whatever. I need to measure your height.
And you absolutely see a smaller gator figure grappling with a large, beefy dude who is definitely Tiger.
Those bushes aren't up to code. Nope. That's not under OSHA, though. That's BUSHA. That's OSHA for bushes.
And as he's doing that, you see a gator man come walking out of the bushes.
Victoria, watch out, Gator Man! 5-star frog splash!
Alan, you just tackled a person in a costume.
Gadzooks, you guys, you're going to set this investigation back.
By the time Ted was actually able to calm Candy down after Alan's little dive tackle, it took a little while because Candy wasn't entirely sure that Ted hadn't planned this and just not, told her. Because, he's done that before. He has a bad habit of changing scenes for, quote, authenticity. So by the time he was able to actually convince her that he had nothing to do with you three, that this was completely outside of his control, he had not written a rewrite and didn't tell her, you have been called back to the stage by Arthur Berghart because it is time for your rehearsals. So I'm going to have everyone go ahead and roll for me Act Under Pressure to see how well this goes for you.
That's a 7 for me.
All right, so that is a mixed success.
That'd be a 6 for me.
Which is a fun little failure. Are you adding your Act Under Pressure stats to this or no?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I got an 11.
You're right. How could I have forgotten the one of the two things I'm good at?
Which I believe that bumps you up to, what, an 8?
That is an 8, yes.
All right, so we've got 1 full success and 2 mixed successes, which sounds about right. So, Victoria, your part of this goes off flawlessly. Everything that you designed happens exactly the way that you want. What does that look like for you?
Well, all the tricks fall where they're supposed to. The mirror falls down flawlessly. The smoke cues go off. The trip lines, if they're tripped when they're supposed to, will work flawlessly.
All right. And Alan, what was your part of this supposed to look like?
So, Alan does a lot of the chatter work. Sam usually does more of, like, I think the crowd work, because he's so disarming. He's so charming and disarming. It's alarming. I will not do that again, I promise.
Please do.
Alan is much more of the chatterer, declarative. You can see nothing up our sleeves. We're pulling out the super sharp guillotine as opposed to the dull guillotine, which we just use for funsies. So he is supposed to be introducing the tricks and sort of giving like long-winded explanations about the history of the guillotine and the use of fireworks in ancient China to distract from the fact that everyone else is like setting up the bits or the tricks. Alan also has fireworks as a weapon, which we have talked about previously. So I am guessing during some of his grand gesticulation that when he points like, and you'll see it all the way back there in the top row, off goes one of his fireworks launchers.
Yeah, that's 100% what happens. The firework goes off, launches out of your sleeve. You can either have that firework set part of the balcony on fire. It'll be put out very quickly, but it will be caught on fire briefly. It's going to hit someone in the audience, or you are going to have it go outside the theater, and you're not sure where it goes after that.
We are absolutely going to have it go outside the theater. Like, that is the most chaotic of the options, so that clearly has to be the right option.
Yeah, and so you do one of your wild gesticulations talking about the origin of fireworks, and off it goes, and it goes sailing right down the aisle and out the door. Just as a little old lady opens the door, it goes sailing right past her wig, scorching it slightly, but she hasn't noticed that, and off into the darkness. I'm sure it's fine.
There is the briefest of beats, and then he goes, "Look, it's off to find its origin," like we were just discussing.
And that is a mixed success, so everyone buys it. They 100% believe that is part of the act. All right, and Sam, what was your part of the act supposed to look like?
I would like to stress that Sam did everything 100% correctly. 101 if you really want to round up, you can. It's just that Sam's act involves a lot of reading people from the audience and guessing things about their lives and just being right. The problem was the volunteer I picked to speak to was a new widow, and I was contacting her dead husband from beyond, and I got every single fact correct, but this man was so boring, so incredibly boring, the most average human being on God's green earth, formerly on God's green earth, that the crowd just felt bad because they're like, I guess that's interesting that you're contacting a dead person, but this is not a good show. So it's not my fault that the ghost was boring.
Yeah, and since this is the dry rehearsal, the widow in question is the little old lady who just came in, who was supposed to be working the snack bar. She is a little bit flustered because, she had a firework go whizzing by her face, which she didn't realize was part of the rehearsal. She missed tech rehearsal, so that's on her. But your options are going to be either A, the little old lady is going to be slightly offended by the obvious boredom you have for her dead husband. Someone else is going to hear you giving information about this husband. It's going to cause some kind of kerfuffle. Or the little old lady is going to be so overwrought that she has to leave immediately.
Oh, kerfuffle.
Okay, a kerfuffle. So yeah, as you're in the middle of talking through the job that he had and the incredibly boring life as an accountant for years and years, you hear from the back of the audience, "That lying piece of crap was never an accountant. He had a second life." And out storms another little old lady who apparently was having an affair with this man's husband. He was living a double life that no one knew about. Turns out he was interesting, but unfortunately, it's now too interesting, and everyone is watching these two old ladies fight.
Can I ask? Since she came from outside, did she get hit by the firework?
No, but she did watch it go, which is what drew her interest here in the first place, because she was real curious as to why fireworks were coming out of the theater.
I mean, honestly, the only reason that's a mixed success is because that was just the dry run and I wasn't doing it in front of a full audience, because you can't recreate that kind of, no pun intended, magic on stage.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, Sam, so that you can sleep well at night.
If we've discussed it once, we've discussed it 100 times. Never choose concession operators for cold reading. They are the weirdest people that any god has put on any world. And you always court disaster when you do it.
For once, I agree with Alan.
You just gotta ride danger's edge. That's where the showmanship comes in. You gotta look for the chaos and then ride it like a wave. Your dad understood all this.
Alan looks like he wants to say something, but can't, because he just...
I think that's pretty good for a rehearsal. Next time, let's try to cool it with the fireworks, maybe. Anything else you guys want to do before we're done practicing?
From the balconies, you hear Arthur Burkhart go, "Yes, please cool it with the fireworks. We don't need to set the stage on fire."
We already have one rampaging gator man. We don't need two.
Alan shouts back up, yes, we can absolutely use cooler fireworks. And he turns to Sam and Victoria unfortunately, the cooler fireworks are actually more dangerous, but the customer's always right.
No.
That's not what...
Alan.
And at that, you see Arthur turn to the man beside him, and they begin having a very heated but very quiet conversation.
Oh. Well, you two figure out what's going on with your fireworks, I guess. I might try to see what's going on with this conversation.
Okay, how would you like to do that?
They're up on the balcony?
They are up on the balcony, that is correct.
Can I just I'm backstage, I live backstage. Is there a way to go from backstage up closer to where they are?
Certainly there is.
Victoria, could you do me a favor? While I was talking, there was a spotlight that was reflecting off of something off of that balcony. Could you just run up there and just be a dear and see if you could check that for me? I'll let you know when it's in the right place.
Excuse me, you don't actually order me around and tell me what to do. I don't know what's gotten into you that you think you can do that right now.
Yeah, Alan has very quietly backed up away from Sam and Victoria, just like I am not going to be partially responsible for this particular situation.
Cato has likewise backed up next to you and is kind of looking between you and them, being like,
I was trying to give you a valid excuse to walk up there.
Oh!
Right. Remember? Yeah.
No,
Sam has tried time and time again to explain lying to Victoria, and she just doesn't get it.
He was lying, Victoria.
Shh, Cato. I see. Oh, is that what you need? Is the spotlight check? And she's gonna kind of glance.
Okay. Roll me and act under pressure to try to get up there without being noticed.
Right. I keep looking for real dice. I'm out of practice. That is a 9.
So you're going to be able to get up there without being noticed, but you are either going to have to drop something from the rafters in order to cause a distraction to get up there. You are going to have to signal to Cato to cause some kind of a distraction to get up there, or you're only going to catch the tail end of the conversation.
I can drop something.
Am I able to assist in this situation?
Sure. If you want to go ahead and roll help out, you can absolutely do that. How are you helping out?
I'm going to notice that Victoria's having some navigation issue, and I'm going to be like, Mr. Airhead, are these fireworks cool enough? And just start shooting Roman candle balls out of his sleeves.
Okay, roll help out.
No, don't help, please.
I mean, good news is it won't make yours worse. It just might put him in trouble.
Aim away from the tricks.
And good news, it does go horribly, horribly wrong with that 6.
Hold on. I think because I get a bonus to that. I can get a +2 for if somebody else is under pressure.
Oh, okay. You get a +2 to help out.
Yes, if somebody is under pressure, which I don't know if she counts as being under pressure or not. Take a +2 on an act under pressure roll whenever you. Oh, it says charge into immediate danger.
Yeah, you have not charged into danger, unfortunately. And that would also be a +2 for one of your act under pressure rolls. You couldn't give that to somebody else.
The only other option I have is to, it looks like sub out my weird score, but that's a -1, so that's not helping anything.
Well, I think you have a +2 for act under pressure anyway, so that should be an 8, correct?
Oh, it's not a 6, it's an 8. That kind of succeeded.
It did kind of succeed. So that is going to bump Victoria's success up to a full success. She is going to get up there without being noticed at all. But now we get to resolve this fun fireworks display. So you are either A, going to hit that little old lady with the firework, the one you just missed, she's actually going to hit now, while the middle of their still ongoing kerfuffle. 2, you are going to launch one that actually hits the person who was talking to Arthur, which is going to be why Victoria can get up there unnoticed. Or C, you are going to hit one of your own tricks.
Ooh.
It's between the old ladies and the trick. And
Yeah,
I
that's what I
feel
was
like the trick is such a, like, it's a literal mystery box. We can't not hit the trick.
Do the trick. Victoria's gonna be so mad at you.
The trick is probably going to also have fireworks in it.
It does indeed have fireworks. You have done a variation on the levitating person trick, except instead of simply floating up, you have them flying up on rocket-powered fireworks, which works without a hitch because Cato was sleeping on this trick, just taking a little cat nap, and the firework goes off underneath it, launches him into the air, terrifying him, and he goes leaping straight up into the rafters and is now clinging to the underside of one of the beams, holding on to a light for dear life.
Again, there is a fraction of a beat, and then Alan goes, ta-da!
And it goes off. People are convinced. Everyone's confused about the tiger hanging from the rafters. They're not sure how he's going to get down, and neither is Cato. But Victoria, you managed to sneak up, and fortunately, Arthur and this mystery person are too deep in conversation to do more than look at the fireworks, go, nothing's on fire, fine, whatever, and turn back. So why don't you give me... Actually, you already passed it. I'm going to go ahead and just give you this. So you hear them talking to a person that Arthur is calling Chris. They are arguing about the festival, which is opening in the morning. Chris seems very worried that things are not going as well as they should, that Ted is causing a bit of a problem, that he's still in the parking lot and he was supposed to already be cleared out. Arthur needs to make sure that Ted is gone before the park opens or there's going to be a real problem, and also that he needs to get his performers under control.
And this is all Chris telling Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur's doing a whole lot of yep, yes, sir, yep, I get it, absolutely.
So I'm gathering that Chris is Arthur's supervisor.
That would be a safe assumption, yeah.
Okay. All right. Once I've heard enough, I'm gonna sneak back down. I guess I should adjust the spotlight since that's what I went up there for.
Sure, yeah, you make some totally unnecessary adjustments to the spotlight, unnoticed by anyone, and you manage to get back down without being noticed.
Great.
Have we met Chris before?
You have not met Chris.
Okay.
You were greeted by Arthur when you first came into the park. He is the entertainment manager. At a guess, based on what Victoria has seen, you would guess that Chris is probably the general manager. So by the time all of the rehearsals are done and wrapped up and the fires are put out, as you are listening in, you do hear some radios talking about how one of the fireworks scooted way on down the park and caused a bit of a fun little thing at the Midway games. The Pop-A-Balloon all popped because it was on fire.
The good news is when the firemen come to put out that fire, the same firemen can help get Cato down from the tree. I mean, lighting grid.
If that does happen, Alan's going to watch this happen and go, it's good to make jobs.
And sure enough, the firemen do show up. You recognize him. It's Joey Orbison, who you met earlier at the firehouse. It's a small town. They don't have very many firefighters. And he does have to carry a very terrified Cato, who is clinging to him like a child, and carry him down the step ladder he puts up there. And even once he's on dry ground, Cato refuses to let go. He is just clinging there.
Victoria will come up and pet Cato's head and say, "Oh, it's all right, Cato. Would you like a Cato snack?"
Cato snack? And he drops down and sits up in absolute perfect posture.
Here you go. And she flicks him one of his little salmon treats.
And he catches it out of the air and then floats gently to the ground, wafting back and forth.
You're a very good boy, Cato. Shall we take 5 in the break room?
Sure. Because Joey the fireman knows Alan as a federal agent, right? That's how they were introduced.
That is correct.
Okay, and right now, Alan, I assume, is wearing like a sparkling tuxedo.
Also correct.
Okay, yeah, let's get off stage. Let's break room right now sounds like a great idea.
Once they get in the break room, Victoria will fill them in about what she overheard from Chris.
I was really hoping you weren't going to notice you were in a sparkly tuxedo. Because that was going to be fun.
I'm sure Alan didn't. That's Sam did.
Yes. So yeah, you're all caught up to speed now with the conversation between Chris and, I keep forgetting his name. I made him
Arthur.
up.
Arthur.
At some point, Alan will look over at Sam in his sparkly tuxedo and be like, "It's real tacky choice, Sam." While Alan is in a bold, dark pink and radioactive green striped suit himself. Just like, you have to learn the art of subtlety.
So, seems to me like both Arthur and Chris have reasons to maybe want to get Ted and his crew out of here. Maybe we should be adding them to the suspect list.
Were either of them about the right size for the Gator Man that we saw?
The only Gator Man you've seen so far was Candy the stunt
Candy
woman.
and the... Okay, we never...
But based off of the tracks that you saw earlier, you surmise that Tiger was probably too big because he is a very big, burly guy.
Yeah.
But both Chris and Arthur could theoretically have made those tracks.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I owned an amusement park and a second-rate movie and a third-rate trilogy showed up trying to shoot on my theme park, I'd want them off premises too.
Okay. Well,
I don't mean to complain about, the Gator Man movies. I just prefer the books, and I feel like they're deviating far too much.
that's fair. They are taking quite a few artistic liberties from what the experts say the Gator Man actually did. However, as much as I would love to continue talking about the Gator Man and his mythic legacies, we should probably talk about our suspect list, which I think at this point is now Chris, Arthur, and Candy. Oh, and maybe Victor.
And at that point, Cato is counting on his paw fingers.
Alan looks a little dejected that he doesn't get to talk about how transcendent he thought Gator Man 2 was. But he does, the business of our business is business. And he taps his jaw and he says, "Arthur's certainly been running around like a man possessed. I chalked it up to the terrible coffee, but he could be hiding something. He could easily be hiding something."
Mm-hmm. Now, over those 4 suspects, I could see Arthur and Chris having a motive. What about the other 2?
Well, Victor clearly has some kind of beef with Ted because Ted always is accusing him of changing things, and Victor wants things to be safe for his stuntmen, and Ted's all about, artistic integrity, director shenanigans, etc., etc. And then Candy just seemed like she really didn't get along with Ted. Apparently Ted changes things on her all the time. She could just be sick of him.
All right. So a stunt woman who wants to shut down the movie she's on just because she hates the director that much.
Yeah, maybe she's got another gig going on. We haven't really talked much to Candy. And Victor just wants his stuntmen to be safe.
Right. I feel like we should talk to Chris if we could, since we haven't met him yet.
We can't rule anything out yet, but thinking about it, Arthur seems to be the person who has the most easy, explainable access to the information of those both at the park and involved in the movie. It would be, in that case, the easiest for someone to pull a Gator Man if they had the wherewithal to do it. Daisy wouldn't have as much information about the park, and Chris wouldn't have as much information about the movie.
Well, that's a very good point, Victoria. I'm sorry, Alan. That's just how I naturally always finish that sentence.
And Alan doesn't look offended at all. Like, happens like of course. It sounds like a Victoria point.
Glad to see him finally rubbing off on you. But does he have the most to lose if the movie goes south? Seems like he's losing a lot of money if it goes away.
Unless there's some sort of insurance where if
I didn't even think
if
about
they break
insurance.
the contract, maybe they still have to pay. Yeah.
Sometimes I forget about insurance, even though I'm the one who's in charge of insurance, because I am a teenager.
Victoria, are we not insured?
Oh no, we're insured.
Oh, good.
God forbid if we weren't insured with the havoc that you two cause. The fireworks alone are just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Cato discreetly pushes away a envelope marked overdue.
Alan kind of shrugs helplessly, like, I would have taken it off Victoria's plate, but the fine people at Boykin, Ramen, and Stern stopped taking my calls. Also threw me off the property several times.
Well, you were pretending to be an insurance man with your suit and everything. But your briefcase was all full of, I think, horns and whistles. They do make brief noises, I will give you that.
Which of these 4 suspects do we want to talk to first? Or next?
Well, I'm not sure how to start talking to Chris. That seems maybe more
That would be a challenge.
your strong suit with your OSHA and your Fed acting skills.
Is this one of those split up gang moments?
It might be, because I think I could talk to Candy to help her capture her inner gator man.
You know, I've found actors love it when random people come up and tell them about their performance. I think that it just just notes from every source, I believe, is the actor's preferred way of working. So no bad source of notes.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So I think that does sound like a really good idea. Thank you.
You do love to give notes, Victoria.
Thank you, Cato. And you love to take my notes, and that's part of what I love about you. Here, have another snack, and she's gonna flick him another one.
He once again leaps into the air, catches it, and floats down, wafting back and forth in complete defiance of gravity.
All right. I'm just going to see if I can get in a room with Chris. So you're right. I'll go see if I can speak with Chris. Alan? Whom do you want to talk to?
Who could possibly have even the slightest chance of matching wits with me?
Arthur
Yes.
still... We haven't really touched base with Arthur in a while. I don't know if you should go talk to him by yourself, though. It might be better if you go with Sam to talk to Chris.
Sam may mess it up if I'm not there. That's correct.
Sam shoots Victoria the dirtiest look.
She's just gonna make a face at him, completely deadpan. Just pull down one eyelid, and that's it.
And when Victoria leaves, Cato is just going to follow because you have the cat treats.
We're best friends. It's fine.
So we will follow Victoria first. You are headed off to see Candy?
Yep.
All right. Where are you looking for Candy?
I'll look in the trailers. I imagine does it, when I walk past the set, does it seem like they're done filming for the evening, or are they actively filming?
It looks like they have shut down for the night. There's a couple people still working on putting some finishing touches on trying to clean up the damage from the Gator Man's attack, but it looks like it's just about done. You would imagine, based on what they've got set up, that they're probably going to try to shoot first thing in the morning and then break the set. So, yes, the trailers do seem the most logical place.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to look for Candy in her trailer.
All right. You do, in fact, find a trailer with Candy on the door, and sure enough, the door is closed and locked.
All right, I'll knock on it.
Who's there?
Hi, this is Victoria Thursday. I'm a cryptid expert. Was hoping to chat with you for a little bit.
The door creaks open after a bit, and you see a very exasperated-looking stunt woman leaning against the door with a bottle of what is labeled soda pop, but very clearly is not meant to be soda pop, in her hand as she leans against the door. Did Ted send you? I told him I've got the Gator Man down. I don't need his help.
You know, I tried to tell him that too, but he seemed to think that you were all disgruntled earlier, and he thought it might be helpful if you spoke to another woman, I guess. These men sometimes just have their heads like way off somewhere. I don't want to say where, but I think you know where I'm thinking. And I have to deal with men who also have their heads you know where, and I thought maybe we could commiserate and just share fun cryptid stories if you wanted. And then you could tell Ted that you did what you said you would.
Give me a manipulate someone to see how well this persuasion attempt goes.
I am not good at that. 8.
8. All right, so that's going to be a mixed success. So you're going to be able to get in there and talk to Candy, but either she is going to be in a foul mood because you've talked about Ted, and that's just, she's not in a good mood. She's going to be very distracted with something else on her mind and not really wanting to think that much about the Gator Man, or something is going to interrupt your conversation.
Ooh. We'll will go with distraction.
She opens the door at that. She seems very commiserating with the idea of men who have their heads you-know-where. She deals with that all day, every day. And so she is willing to, if for no other reason than to get Ted off her behind, bring you in and let you tell her what you know about the Gator Man. I don't know if she's talked to Victor and found out that you're a cryptid expert, but Ted has a habit of just sending random people, so this seems totally in character.
I said at the door that I was a cryptid expert.
Yeah, you said that. I don't know if she has any independent verification of that.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
But Ted does this sort of thing, so she's not really questioning it.
Okay. Tell me more about Ted. It sounds like he's always changing things on you. That sounds very frustrating.
I mean, Ted's a visionary, don't get me wrong. He has a very specific idea in mind, and the shots always come out really, really incredible. It's some of my best work. That's why I keep coming back to work with him, but he has a habit of not telling me until the last second, or, 5 minutes after the last second, that the stunt was changing, because it looks, quote-unquote, better. It also hurts, quote-unquote, more.
Does that make you feel unsafe?
I mean, fortunately, we got Victor looking out for us. He usually pushes back if Ted goes too far afield. I like having Victor on the set. I know that he and Ted have a lot of headbutting clashes. Their heads up each other's you-know-where, but it is at least having the one helps temper the other a little.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot having to deal with two male egos, though. Wrestling with that in order to get anything done. Sounds really familiar.
And you see her glancing at her phone, and she kind of looks up distractedly. Oh, I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, that's fine. I'm used to people not paying attention to me. Do you need to check your phone for something? It could be important.
Well, I mean, it hasn't rang, and we're in an undisclosed part of the history where we don't think cell phones exist yet, so I'm just waiting for the phone to ring.
Oh, sorry. A fair point. So it never really. So has there ever been a time during this shoot where Ted has tried to change things and ask you to do things, and Victor's not there to make sure that you're safe?
I mean, no. Victor's pretty good at his job. He makes sure that if there's going to be a stunt, he knows about it and is there. I really thought for a second that Busha Inspector, that his slide tackle of me, I thought that was some weird rewrite that Ted had managed to slip past, but turns out there's just OSHA on the set today, which, fair.
You're really lucky that you didn't get hurt by that tackle, since you weren't prepared for that and hadn't practiced that combat.
And she, at that point, pulls up her shirt a little bit. You see a nice big purple bruise.
Oh, glad that wasn't much worse. That's, and Victoria looks minorly like a little too interested in the bruise. Like, whoa, that's really gnarly. It almost looks like it's 3D. Like if I touched it, it would just like.
And at that, she puts her shirt down and kind of takes a cautious step backwards.
Oh, sorry. At some point I wanted to be a medical examiner, but that hasn't really worked out for me.
Okay.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just really good with stage makeup sometimes, and you just want to look closely to make sure it's not stage makeup, and that kind of thing. You said this is some of your best work that you're doing here. So nothing has happened to make you so mad that you would like to see, or so unsafe that you would like to see this production shut down?
Oh, absolutely not. Did you see the Gator Man 2? It was transcendent.
It was transcendent. I will agree with you there. Were you in that as well?
Somewhere in the universe, Alan just inhales victoriously, like.
Were you in that movie too?
I was the Gator Man in 1 and 2, and I'm going to be the Gator Man in Gator Man 3.
Wow.
It's lucrative work. I think this is going to be the most visionary movie yet. And she glances back at the phone again. Clearly, her head is somewhere else.
Just a Gator Man fan to Gator Man fan. It would actually be very helpful for me, so I can tell Ted that I did the job that he asked me to do. If you could just sign my notebook.
Oh, yeah, sure. And she scribbles a looping signature with a lot of whirls. I mean, if you're interested in set makeup, you should talk to Celeste. She's our makeup artist. She does all of the Gatorman makeup and effects.
Oh, thank you. That's actually very helpful. And she's just like staring at the signature. Looks like you could swear maybe there's like a tiny, like little lift to one corner of her mouth that one might mistake as a smile on somebody else, but it's really hard to tell. Well, in that case, I'm going to get out of your hair. I think you know a lot about the Gator Man. I'll let Ted know that we talked.
All right.
Have a good night.
I appreciate you too. And she turns back and kind of looks at the phone again, doesn't even really watch you exit. All right, let's cut over to Sam and Alan.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think this is exactly what happened. Sam was about to tell Alan something, and Alan just starts talking over him. Go for it.
When we come in on the shot, Alan's like, yes, many modern cinema historians are comparing Gatorman 2 to basically the cinematic equivalent of Infinite Jest or Finnegan's Wake. I feel it's a lot more closer to the Crying of Lot 49, although that's just my opinion.
I'm just saying they completely tore apart the character of the Gatorman hunter's wife. In the book, she was a much stronger and more prominent character, and just to have her reduced to a nag, I felt was just insulting and disrespectful.
Certainly it had to change the match's cinematic vision, but let's not talk about that in front of Victoria. When we talk about underserved female characters around Victoria, we tend to leave with bruised arms.
Right, arms.
All right, so what is your plan to talk to Chris?
All right, Alan. So I think maybe just once we're just ourselves here. We don't need to make up any stories. Okay, we don't need to smuggle any animals into this room. We don't need to set anything on fire.
Like literally, Alan's going through his notebook, like pets crossed out, general animals crossed out, fire crossed out. He still puts little question marks quickly next to fire.
We're just the performers here who just want to say hello and thank you for the opportunity to the general manager of the theme park, and that's all. We're just here to greet and express our gratitude to perform and just be in a room with them for just a minute. All right, and that's our plan. Just introduce ourselves.
I love it.
Whoever we need to introduce ourselves to in order to get to, I've already forgotten his name. Ted?
Chris.
Right.
Ted's the director.
Yeah, whoever we need to get to.
Alan nods sagely at all of Sam's points. Like, it's a fair point, it's cogent, it's clear, it's concise. Let's execute this plan. And we immediately smash cut to Alan and Sam go up to Chris like, hi, I'm Alan. Are you the Gator Man?
I'm sorry?
Okay, at this exact moment, I want to do something that we haven't done yet. I want to use weird.
Okay. What's your weird move?
Empath. First I roll weird, and then we can see what happens. Ooh, a 10.
All right. So what happens on a 10?
On a 10 plus, you gain a clear impression of their current emotional state and intentions. And I want to be doing that. Oh, and take one forward when acting on this knowledge. So the thing I really want is his reaction to the flat out, are you the Gator Man?
Okay. You get a general sense that he is agitated. He is very, very frustrated with a lot of the goings on right now. He is certainly surprised by that question, but you don't get any flashes of guilt.
Okay. Good to know. Sorry, what my friend and partner meant to say was we just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to be performing in your park.
Yeah, you're the Abe Kadabra show, yeah? Is Abe here? I really would like to shake his hand. He's been one of my favorite musicians for a long time.
Abe is indisposed at the moment.
Oh, well, maybe I'll see him tomorrow at the show.
Maybe.
He's currently back in our hometown recalibrating our trapdoors. We've all gained a little weight. We've all gotten a little huskier, and we don't want the slats to fall out.
Oh, so he's not going to be part of the Abe Kadabra show. That's unfortunate.
Yes, we couldn't agree more.
Alan does the what I can only describe as the Leonardo DiCaprio meme face, where he's just like chin out, just dying to say something.
Well, what can I help you boys with?
Oh no, we just wanted to come and say hello, and also just let you know. I'm not sure how much you hear about the details of the day-to-day with the movie, but there's been a couple of attacks.
And he takes a very big sigh at that. Yes, I'm aware.
Oh,
Arthur has told me
see
he's
you already knew.
handling it.
All right, well, if you trust Arthur, then we're going to trust Arthur too.
His eyebrow quirks at that, but he doesn't say anything.
Actually, I'm not going to weird again, but can I sharp that? Investigate a mystery there?
You can absolutely roll investigate a mystery.
Okay. That's an 8, and it's a sharp, so I add a 1, so it's a 9.
All right, so on a 9, you hold 1. What question would you like to ask from the list?
I'm not looking at the move list, which I should be. Hold on. We're gonna edit this part out. Mickey in the future.
Nope, totally leaving it now.
While Sam is mentally preparing, Alan's like, we were just going out for lunch. Maybe pizza, Chinese, unplucked dead chicken, and like narrows his eyes. Like,
Not an action.
You've also had the chicken here.
and Alan just sort of to himself like, damn, he's too good at patter to fall for that one.
What is being concealed here?
Okay, what is being concealed here? So based...
What is he not telling us about Arthur?
Yeah, so between what you saw, what Victoria has told you about what she saw with that conversation, and what you're getting off of reading his expressions and his tells, being a clever con man that you are, you get the impression that he absolutely does not trust Arthur. He is not thrilled with Arthur's job performance lately, and if you had to guess, you would say Arthur's probably in the doghouse.
Interesting. Well, well, thank you for your time, and again, thank you for the opportunity to perform, and we'll have a great show, I'm sure.
I certainly hope so. This festival is always a big event for this town and for this park, so I really hope this all goes well. Break a leg out there.
Cool. And pull Alan away, and Sam's gonna pull out an identical flip book to the one Alan had going into the meeting. And it's going to be a sheet of paper with days since Alan set something on fire. Hours since Alan set something on fire. And it's going to mark a 0. Smile and put it away.
As the 0 is marked, Alan does, again, there's a small beat. He goes, I still believe in the fundamental practicality of having fireworks up my sleeves. Like this is an ongoing debate with him that it's just, he's countenancing no quarter.
All right, reconvene backstage?
By this time, it is early evening, but definitely the park is shut down and the theater is shutting down. Everyone's finished their rehearsals and pretty much everyone's going, go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Oh, that was really my plan for the night, because I guess we're sleeping in the car. Okay.
Yeah, do we have trailers? Do we have a room somewhere?
You do have a room booked at the local drop-in motel.
Oh, all right. I guess we go back to the hotel and we can do a knowledge dump. So, I'm pretty good at reading people, and I do not believe Chris has anything to do with the Gator Man attacks himself. But I did notice he does not trust Arthur at all. Arthur's not been doing a good job lately, and maybe for a while. I don't know if that would make Arthur want to do anything to put the movie in jeopardy. It seems like the exact opposite of what you'd want to do.
Alan just nods, and finally goes, if he has a gator tail, he's hiding it extremely well.
At which point, Cato turns and notices his own tail and starts trying to hide it.
And, Alan's watching, how's he going to do it? Is he gonna, is there a sleeve in the back of his jacket? How is he doing it?
He concludes by putting a pillow on top of it, which then twitches as his tail twitches.
Alan just looks at Cato like, truly, you find the way through every Gordian knot we face, Cato.
And he just preens and poses.
So, who on earth would have the motive to put on a Gator Man costume and wreak havoc on a movie set? I guess that's what we still don't know. It's a really weird hobby.
Maybe we're approaching this incorrectly.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Alan's still I think I'm onto something with that tail hiding, but that's irrelevant for right now. If the Gator Man is in fact a suit, and not in fact an alligator man hybrid demon sent from hell to judge us all for our sins, as they established in Gator Man 2.
The Judeo-Christian elements were handled much more delicately in the book, but do go on.
Gator Man 2, the subtitle, Escape from the Mundanity of Creation. But he's like, what if, the Gator Man suit is a fully articulated, fully functioning exoskeletal puppet. It's not the easiest thing in the world to operate, I can't imagine. If we can take a look at it, maybe we can figure out who could operate it and go from there.
That's a very good idea, Victoria. Sorry, Alan.
And Alan does not miss a beat. He's like, yes, I'm glad you had it, Victoria.
And about that time, you hear a crashing sound from outside the room.
All right, grabbing the paintball gun and baseball bat. Oh, sorry, no, it's a collapsing wand. That's right. I'm gonna pull back the curtain and look out the window, see if I can see anything.
Yes, give me investigate a mystery. Actually, no, give me read a bad situation.
That's an 8, and read a bad situation is related to sharp. Okay, so that's a 9.
All right, so on a 9, you hold 1. You get 1 question off the list.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes, in fact, there are. As you peer out the window, you see down in the gravel lot down below your beater car parked in the lot, and you also see a hulking shadow that has just shattered the driver's side window on said car.
Someone's trying to break into our car.
Like, as soon as Alan sees this, for as much as a pedant and coward and generally awful person Alan is he something about his car, like, he's immediately out the door. Like, he is whoever this be, man, beast, or something in between. Like, he has no mercy, no sympathy, no patience for car damagers.
So Alan is out the door. Are the other two following?
Oh, I didn't realize I was there. I thought I was still... I never reconvened.
Oh, no.
I
You
assumed
mean
we
back at
reconvened.
back at the hotel.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was just the two of you. That's why I wasn't saying anything. I thought I was still at the trailers and was just going to figure out that you guys went back to the motel.
No, we figured we all reconvened backstage, and then the lights went dark at the theme park,
Okay,
and then we
I
all
was
drove
fully
back
preparing
we're
to
gonna
look
abandon
at...
you in a theme park and drive back to the hotel or motel
I
by
don't
ourselves.
know. Victoria's capable. You probably... This happens all the time. She'll find her own way back. She's used to losing you two and reconvening
Victoria
with
have
you.
more self-worth than that.
Well, I kind of wanted to, see what was to just swing by Solette's trailer before I headed back.
You can retroactively have done that. You do see a trailer for Solette. The lights are dark. She does not appear to be there.
She does not appear to be there. Excellent.
That's good to know.
Okay,
All
then
right.
I would like to roll preparedness.
Okay.
Or you can tell me if I can just have it. It's up to you.
What do you want?
I would like to put a camera, to somehow, get, to her a window or something and, put a camera there to, watch inside. Because she wasn't sure what she was going to ask this makeup artist when she got there. She's like, but it seems like a makeup artist would be able to, do some things to make some stuff happen. So she was just going to plant a camera and see if she couldn't, catch what she's doing in there.
Yeah, go ahead and roll preparedness to have brought your camera. You definitely have one. Let's see if you brought it.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what year this is, but I want it to be a giant VHS camera.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is.
Okay, good.
So that's a 6. Womp womp.
So what does that do?
I know where it is, but it's somewhere real bad.
Yeah. So the last
Is it
time...
in the car?
It is, in fact, in the trunk of the car right now.
Curses. Okay. So real quick, I don't have my camera. Can I attempt to break in and see if there's anything interesting?
Sure. Give me an act under pressure to try to do that.
Let's see if this is any better. Okay, a 9. Phew.
A 9. All right. So on a 9, you are going to be able to break in, but you are going to draw some unwanted attention. You are going to be break the door, so it's going to be obvious that someone broke in, or you are going to leave something behind and not realize it.
Ooh. I'm going to leave something behind and not realize it.
Okay. So you find your way inside the door. You manage to jimmy the lock real smoothly. You definitely have had practice at that, and open into a darkened trailer. You see wigs and various tubs of makeup all over, very neatly organized. Give me investigate a mystery.
11.
11. All right, so you get hold 3. That's 3 questions off the list.
Okay. What are my questions? I always forget. I'm to first look and see if there's anything being concealed here.
Okay, so what is being concealed here? You see sticking out of one of the drawers a sketchbook that, as you flip through, you see has all kinds of sketches of the Gator Man, detailed sketches on how the suit works, on specifically on the teeth, on the tail, on the claws. And you also find that the page has been marked by a receipt from the aquarium.
A receipt from the aquarium? I'm so glad I'm asked to come back here. Is there... Oh, from the list. Can I find out where she went?
Sure. I'll give you where did it go. You see on her calendar book, on her desk, you see a note about meeting up with J.A.
J.A. Ooh, I wonder who J.A. is. Is there a time listed for when she's supposed to meet?
It looks like she is there now. It was supposed to be starting at 7. You're not sure how long she'll be there.
Great. So interesting. And how about, can I find anything else, like, I guess it would be another what is being concealed here, but can I find any evidence, like I found the sketchbook, right? Mm-hmm. Any sign that, like, scales or track marks or anything like that might have come off of the Gator Man costume?
You do find in another one of the drawers a couple of scales sitting in the drawer where they've obviously been collected, as well as a tooth.
All right. Probably that's about all I can get out of here. I am going to skedaddle, and I'm going to leave something behind.
You'll find out later. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Hopefully it's just a strand of hair and nothing important to me. I'm going to check that I've got everything because I don't want to be incriminated, and then I'm going to go.
Yeah, as far as you know, you got everything.
Okay, so I reconvened with you guys, shared this information, and now...
Are you all heading outside to the sound of the crash after Alan?
I'll hang in the doorway and watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the paintball gun and be cautiously following Alan as he charges headlong into danger.
As he does, yes. So, Alan, as you charge headlong into danger, as we were just saying, you do see standing beside the car in all of its hulking, scaly glory, the Gator Man snarling at you.
Next time on Saturday Morning Roleplay, will our heroes escape the deadly Gator Man who just trashed their Ford Edsel? Who is the mysterious J.A.? What will Alan set on fire next? Find out on the next exciting episode of Saturday Morning Roleplay.
What do we think the very special message is?
If you must play with fireworks, play with them outside.
See, that's like a real message. My pitch for it is when adapting a book to a film, be sure to respect the author's vision while creating something new yourself.
Generally, it's not a good idea to keep fireworks up your sleeve because you're gonna get burnt.
If you're gonna play with fireworks, don't play with them inside your own shirt.
It sounds like a metaphor, but it's not. It's
Make sure your wigs are not flammable. Never do a mentalist read on concession ladies.
Yeah.
Always make sure you know if your subject has had an affair with someone else before you start doing a cold read.
Yeah, accept your deceased husband's second family with grace. And dinner.
I think that might be the most important message for kids.
For kids.
Yeah. I think I would say when Victoria's reaction to seeing the bruise on, was it Candy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I immediately got like 25 years from now, there's going to be a bunch of people on Tumblr pointing to that scene to be like, and that's when I realized something about myself.
Yes. Saturday Morning Roleplay is produced and edited by David Nair and MC Williams. Music is by David Nair. The SMRPG logo is by Michael Ray Williams. Email us at saturdaymorningroleplay@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or suggestions. Follow us on Facebook at Saturday Morning RPG, on Instagram at saturday.morning.rpg, and on Blue Sky at Saturday Morning RPG.